to say one thing.
Ma'am, if you would, just state your name.
I'm sorry, Karen Carter.
District.
November. I can relate to the man that had his utility bill go up. I also called and was told 18%. Mine went from an average of $320 every 2 months to $640 for 2 months. I live in a single parent household. I work. My husband passed away last year. My income was cut in half. My daughter and my son went to college last year, so I also have that. My daughter and I are the only ones that live there. I keep my heat at 65 degrees. My daughter and I wear jackets all the time. My utility bill, my phone bill, I can relate also. My phone bill is half. I pay $26 a month for a phone, and half of that is taxes and fees. My daughter goes to a county school. She goes to Chatham High School. My son graduated from there last year. Yeah, the schools need some work. But what I don't understand, in Danville, I went to GLH Johnson School when I was in elementary school. That school is in great condition. It looks beautiful. It's a nice school. What's happened to the county schools? Why have we not kept them up and maintained them so we don't have to spend all these millions of dollars just to rebuild? I don't understand that. If the city can keep their schools up, why haven't we maintained ours? There was a water fountain at Chatham High School. It was broken for the whole 4 years that my son was there. A simple water fountain. I know my cars, my son has a car, and I have a car. He has to have a car in college. He's in Tennessee. I have to pay the fees on that. I got to pay $38 next month just for tags. One thing we think we could probably think about would be salary cuts. I know nobody likes that, but the company that I worked for and that I still work at, I don't work for this company, but I have my office in their company now. They just recently, they did a lot of layoffs last year, and then they cut salaries about a month ago, and they started from the top down. The board of directors got 20% pay cut. That included the CEO. Then they went down 10%, 7.5% to 5%. So those people that are working in the plant making $10, $11 an hour, they got a 5% pay cut. And then they went back last week, and because sales are still down, they've gone back to either a 3-day week or working every other week. We can cut salaries. These are county employees. They work for us. If everybody else in the county, all these cars, I drive to work every day, 12 miles one way. I know the red light's on. I don't care. But nobody pays for my gas or my car to drive back and forth to work. One man in the county school board probably needs a car, and maybe he doesn't either, but that would be the supervisor. Superintendent, whatever you want to call him. All these other cars and cell phones and everything else that we're paying for, they're needless. I shouldn't have to pay for somebody to drive back and forth to work. That's not my prerogative. I shouldn't have to do that. Yeah, I want my daughter to have a good education, and she's getting a pretty decent education. But yeah, she needs some of the schools. I pay fees for these classes. I've got to pay a fee for almost every class she takes just to pay for the supplies that she gets. I'm already buying all her paper, her notebooks, her pencils, everything else, and then I've got to pay for the paper in her computer classroom because the county can't pay for it. I know there's a lot of empty seats out here, because I'm sure a lot of people feel like this man has said he's going to vote what he wants to. And a lot of people feel like that you're not going to vote what even though they voted you into office, they feel like, well, you're just going to vote whatever you want to. You're not going to listen to us. But I hope you will listen to us, because you probably won't have a job if you don't.
Ms. Carter, we don't usually do this, but I just want to bring to everybody's attention here tonight, we've had a public hearing for the school budget, and I'm going to commend Mr. Dix. He's in my district, and I go by and see him a lot. Great man. Lives by himself, lost his wife, and his daughter's in Tennessee. This guy cooks on a wood stove, 92 years old, and to show you how he believes in what he says, he came over here the night that it was one hot. We had nobody to sign. I think there was one person was over here in ice and snow, and nobody else showed up. So this man is serious. But I want to tell you why we're here tonight on this budget. If the state had not, the stimulus federal money, this is the reason we're here tonight. The stimulus package money came to the state, and it came to the schools, and they got more. Therefore, we had to ante up more from the taxpayers. So I want the people to understand, these things come from the federal, pass on to the state, and then to the local.
But we need to learn to live within our budget. All of us live within our budget, and I think a lot of times these budgets, it's just how much more we can put into them. It's not really let's live and see what we can cut out. We've had to cut things out of our budgets.
Yeah, let me answer to that, because I think we got some misunderstanding. The county budget, yes, a lot of good, blast. But the school budget, you got elected school board. We have no say-so over them. Believe me, because I tried to call mine last week, and he don't have a phone listed.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, the school board is accountable to this budget. In these cars, this board, I can sit here and with them and be with them. We have brought this up to the school board about these vehicles, 28-some vehicles. And I could give you some horror stories on this. And we asked them to cut back. They said, mind your own business. So I urge you, call your school board. They control this money. A lot of the stuff we mandate by the federal and state.